Hello, my name is Kate Durack, and I'm the Executive Director at JDRF, the Metro Detroit and Southeast Michigan chapter.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Caswell. I am a member of the Board of Directors of the Metro Detroit and Southeast Michigan chapter of JDRF, and I'm the Walk Planning Chair for the JDRF One Walk in Ann Arbor. Today we're here to talk about the upcoming JDRF One Walk. First, we thought you might want to know a little bit more about JDRF.
Thanks, Elizabeth. So JDRF is the largest global funder of research aimed at curing, treating, and preventing type 1 diabetes, or T1D as we call it. JDRF has more than 80 chapters in the United States and multiple affiliates around the world. And we're here today representing the Michigan chapter. Most people don't realize that more than 1.25 million Americans have type 1 diabetes and that many, many more are affected by the disease. Elizabeth's family is one that has lived with the seriousness of T1D firsthand, and she will share a little bit more with you all what it is and how it's impacted her family.
I am a mother of 3 sons, 2 of whom have type 1 diabetes. I'm also married to a person with type 1 diabetes. T1D is an autoimmune disease. The body attacks the cells in the pancreas that make insulin. We all need insulin for the body to properly turn food into an energy source. Type 1 diabetes cannot be managed with diet and exercise alone. People with type 1 diabetes require insulin through a pump or shots just to live. Every day, people with type 1 diabetes monitor their blood sugar through a finger stick upwards of 6 or more times a day. Some people also use what's called a continuous glucose monitor, or a CGM, to check their blood sugar. For every meal, and when your blood glucose is high outside of its range, people with type 1 diabetes must take a shot or use their pump to take insulin. Meal times also involve counting carbs so that insulin can be properly dosed. Low blood glucose can quickly lead to seizures, coma, and even death unless it's treated by taking sugar. High blood glucose levels can also lead to death unless they're treated with insulin. People with type 1 diabetes face a 24/7 invisible balancing act between all of these factors and many more. JDRF is conducting really exciting research to reduce the daily burden of type 1 diabetes and its complications, and eventually to cure type 1 diabetes. I'm super excited about some of this research, and Kate's going to share more.
Thanks, Elizabeth. So never before in the 40-plus year history of JDRF has there been a more exciting time in terms of the research front. We have so many shots on goal happening right now, and the 3 top ones that I'll just touch on are artificial pancreas systems, beta cell encapsulation, and smart insulin. Also, complications research, especially in retinopathy and kidney disease, that's happening right here at the University of Michigan. U of M is also part of a research project called to prevent type 1 and delay the onset. It's called TrialNet. So briefly, artificial pancreas is where there's a system that ties together the insulin pump and the continuous glucose monitor in a closed-loop system. So the artificial pancreas itself is actually a device that ends up being an app on a cell phone type tool. And basically the artificial pancreas will read the person's insulin or CGM, continuous glucose monitor, and then tell the pump what to do in terms of delivering or withholding insulin. So the artificial pancreas will help take out some of the human monitoring that happens and what Elizabeth was describing all throughout the day and the night. It'll know where a person is and be able to adjust insulin as appropriate based on where their body is at the moment. So this is really exciting. JDRF has driven forward the research on this since the beginning. About 8 or 9 years ago, we conceived of this as a possibility for better treating and managing a person with type 1 day in and day out. And we're proud to say that the first iteration, the first version of this device is currently available in Australia and in the UK. So that's exciting. We're expecting the first version to be here in the US, the producers say in 2017. So that's exciting stuff. And dollars that are raised through things like the JDRF One Walk are making things like the artificial pancreas happen and make it possible. Beta cell encapsulation is really exciting. That's where basically we're taking a biomedical device. It's like a little plastic Band-Aid size device that has a mesh lining, and the idea is to infuse healthy beta cells into this mesh lining, insert it under the skin in the low back, and through the acclimation process, vascularization and such, the device gets settled into the body and eventually those beta cells then become mature and push out insulin into the body as the person needs it. So again, it's taking the person out of the equation and letting this device really manage like a healthy pancreas in that person's body. So the great news is that not only is this a concept, but it is in the first stage clinical trials, human clinical trials. Right now, there's 6 people in the United States with this device implanted, and in the coming year, more people in Canada are going to be folded into this trial. So that's really, really exciting. And thirdly, smart insulin is basically taking one injection of insulin a day instead of the multiple injections or wearing the pump. And then the smart insulin will know when the body needs insulin and when it doesn't. So it'll turn on and off as the person's body is showing the need for, based on where their blood sugar range is. So those are 3 really exciting things that people who have walked in JDRF events in the past, the dollars that they've raised all through the years, Elizabeth's family, our top fundraising family in Ann Arbor, many years running, their efforts have allowed these wonderful, exciting, breakthrough, really transformational things to be possible on the research front.
Thanks, Kate. So how can you get involved? You can get involved by joining us at the JDRF One Walk. We have 8 walk sites throughout Michigan, and I'm the chair of the Ann Arbor One Walk. JDRF's One Walk Ann Arbor is on October 4th, that's a Sunday, at Hudson Mills Metro Park in Dexter. Walk registration that day begins at 8:30 a.m., and we begin our 5K walk along the river at 9:30 a.m. We welcome individuals, families, and even your dog, as long as they're on the leash. A lot of people come with children in strollers or wagons. There's a ton to do that day. It's really fun. We have food, music, there's a rock wall, bounce houses, face painting, tattoos, a photo booth, craft projects, and so much more. I recently heard that we think the Star Wars characters are going to be available on walk day for photos. We encourage everyone to come out, register in advance. That helps us reach our goal of raising funds that are going to lead to life-changing research.
So what are our goals? Our stretch goal for the Ann Arbor Walk is $1 million, and we are well on our way, but we have quite a bit farther to go. So every walker and every fundraising dollar makes a difference. We encourage everybody to register and at least raise the minimum of $100 per walker, and that will get everyone an event. $100 gets you a great JDRF One Walk event t-shirt, but it takes $100. And so it's really easy to do. It's easy to register. Just go to walk.jdrf.org, and you can click on the link for Ann Arbor Dexter. And it's a very simple registration process. You're able to then create a fundraising homepage and write a personal letter, send out emails, use Facebook and social media to help raise that $100 or hopefully more. $1,000 walkers become V1Ps. The 1 is a play on the type 1 diabetes. And so people that go that far and raise $1,000 or more are going to have great perks on walk day, including a V1P tent and special identifiers and things like that. So we encourage everybody to register, again, walk.jdrf.org, or call if you have questions or need additional information about registering or help. We have staff that can help sign you up. Please call 888-533-WALK. That's 888-533-WALK.
We hope to see you on Sunday, October 4th at Hudson Mills Metro Park. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. It's a wonderful day for family, friends, and pets. And it really feels great for those of us who have family members or who have type 1 diabetes to have all of the support and attention on this special day. So we hope to see you there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Elaine Roomman. I am a citizen of the United States, but consider myself a citizen of the world. My topic is the power of greediness and the silence of the world. I was taking my usual walk the other day, enjoying all the nature has to offer, the beautiful weather, the green trees, the healthy fruits and vegetables, the friendly smiles, and the fresh summer breeze that carries the scent of roses and lemon verbena. Suddenly, images of what I saw on the news recently from my original country, Palestine, came flashing into my head. That a year ago, on July 8, 2014, Israel launched airstrike on Gaza for 51 days, which left 2,200 dead, including 500 children, over 11,000 injured, and over 55,000 homes left severely damaged. Thousands of those complete rubble. The list goes on. All this done with the green light of the United States government. I felt the world would rush to support and help the Palestinians, but sadly the world stayed silent. Gaza is still an open prison that is hardly open to allow the basic needs of people to live. Imagine if your child was living in this situation. Mother Nature's disasters seem much kind than man-made disasters. These pictures is one of the most recent heartbreaking events that happened in Palestine in the last 67 years. Now, all these tragedies are spreading all over the Arab world, but with even more ugliness, using the Daesh or ISIS, making it hell on earth. It seems that Zionist movement reached the lowest stage of the unethical, unjust, uncivilized stage for humanity. I hope these behaviors will not be extended from individuals to families, to community, and eventually the whole world. We have brains, but are hardly using them for improving family lives. We have sight, but we can't see the beauty of nature. I hope the broadcasters will not distort the truth. I hope the greediness of the powerful governments will come to their senses and leave Palestine for the Palestinians and not to steal the treasures of the undeveloped Arab countries, and to improve the life of their people, to serve others rather than to self-serve, and to spread education to improve the skills of children, and to integrate values and honesty, love and compassion, so peace and harmony will be the way. Thank you for listening, and thank you CTN for the opportunity to express my views.
Greetings from the Down Syndrome Support Team. My name is Emily Campbell, and I'm representing the Down Syndrome Support Team in celebration of my son, Teddy. First, I would like to share some information regarding Down syndrome. Down syndrome occurs when an individual has 3 rather than 2 copies of the 21st chromosome. The additional genetic material alters the course of development and causes the characteristics associated with Down syndrome. 1 in every 691 babies in the United States is born with Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome experience cognitive delays, but the effect is usually mild to moderate and is not indicative of the many strengths and talents that each individual possesses. Quality educational programs, a stimulating home environment, good health care, and positive support from family and the community enable people with Down syndrome to realize their life aspirations and lead very fulfilling lives. Individuals with Down syndrome attend school, work, participate in decisions affecting them, and contribute to society in many ways. In fact, there are more than 400,000 people living with Down syndrome in the United States. On Sunday, September 27th, we will celebrate persons with Down syndrome at the 11th Annual Buddy Walk. This event raises awareness and funds to support local programs and services for individuals with Down syndrome and their families. A few of the programs include enrichment classes, speech and language therapy and music therapy, family meetings with guest speakers, providing resource packets to local hospitals for new families, purchasing books and materials for our lending library, and supporting continued research. This year, we expect over 800 people to participate in the 1 mile walk at Gallup Park in Ann Arbor. Registration begins at 1:30 p.m. and the walk starts at 3 p.m. The Buddy Walk is a 1 mile walk in which anyone can participate without special training. The event celebrates the many abilities and accomplishments of people with Down syndrome. The day's activities include the 1 mile Buddy Walk, followed by refreshments like pizza donated by Ann Arbor's own Pizza House. We also have children's activities, a raffle, and silent auction. Many creative raffle baskets are donated, and participants may purchase tickets to win the themed baskets, like coffee, tea, sports, and candles. The silent auction also brings in items for competitive, friendly bidding. Some of the items include restaurant gift cards, movie and car wash passes, rounds of golf, and much, much more. Detroit Red Wing Luke Glendenning will serve as the Grand Marshal for the event. Last year, he launched a community initiative, Game Time with Glendenning. The Red Wings forward will host a child with Down syndrome and his or her family at every Red Wings home game in the pre and regular seasons. Registration for the event here is safe, convenient, and easy at www.firstgiving.com/DSST/BuddyWalk 2015. You can also register on the day of the walk. Many community sponsors make this event possible. Their generosity allows us to fulfill our mission to raise awareness and acceptance of persons with Down syndrome. We hope to see you on September 27th at Gallup Park beginning at 1:30 p.m. Please join us and all of our buddies.
Hello, I'm Laurel Fetterbush. July 24th, 2015 marked the 100th anniversary of the Eastland ship disaster. The ship, still tied to the dock in downtown Chicago, 20 feet away, and in only 20 feet of water, suddenly tipped over as passengers were waving goodbye to loved ones on shore. 844 people lost their lives, making it the greatest loss of life in any Great Lakes shipwreck. What caused the ship to tip over like that? A number of things. Hasty construction and poor planning that made the ship ride high in the water, a top-heavy vessel that had a tendency to tilt. Recent repairs to the ship involving concrete had made the ship even more top-heavy. Ironically, safety regulations after the Titanic shipwreck made matters worse, as the ship was required to be loaded with about 14 tons of lifeboats. The final straw was when passengers on a pleasure excursion all crowded to one side to wave goodbye to those who had come to see them off. The tragedy took the lives of 22 entire families. Why is this horrifying incident not more widely known, even here in the Great Lakes state? Some people think it's because the victims were poor working-class folk, not wealthy like many of those on the Titanic. I don't know if that's the reason or not, but I just learned about the Eastland disaster a few weeks ago and was moved to write a song about it. I call this song All Aboard the Eastland. Here goes. The ship tilts to the side as we climb aboard, but it's held upright by a steady cord. This is the finest outing we could afford. A company picnic, praise the Lord. We're all riding high, the ship is riding high. All aboard this lovely ship, the Eastland. It weighs a ton, this fancy gown, but nothing weighs my spirits down. The ship's loaded with lifeboats, so we can't drown. I need a break from this dingy town. We're all riding high, the ship is riding high. Gonna sail away on the Eastland. Gotta seize the moment, for soon we die. I'm so excited that I could cry. The ship's tilting more, I don't know why. Come here, kids, time to say goodbye. Bye-bye, Daddy. We're all riding high, rising to the sky, floating up to heaven on the Eastland.
Hi, my name is Sarah Tier, and I'm the Community Development Director at Habitat for Humanity of Huron Valley here in Washtenaw County.
And my name is Maurice Stovall. I'm the Field Coordinator here at Habitat for Humanity in Huron Valley.
We're here today to talk to you about our home ownership program. And this is a program where individuals and families who may not be able to qualify to purchase a home through a traditional mortgage can have an opportunity to buy a home through Habitat for Humanity. We are an equal housing opportunity program that is available to anyone, singles, families who meet our eligibility criteria. Our program started here in Washtenaw County in 1989, and since then we have worked with 167 home buyers. We started by building a couple homes a year, and now we have completely switched to renovating homes. So we purchase abandoned and foreclosed homes and rehab them into beautiful new homes that are sold to families in our home buyer program. This year we're going to do 18 renovations for 18 families, and we're looking for more people like you to come and apply for our program. So Maurice is going to talk to you a little bit about what it takes to qualify to be a partner in our homeownership program.
Thank you, Sarah. And I'd like to start off by saying I am a partner family with Habitat, so if you want to know what it feels like to go through the program, I'll be more than happy to share my experience with you. The things that we look for that are part of our qualification criteria is the need, ability to pay, and willingness to partner. As far as the need goes, we look at, are you unable to qualify for a traditional mortgage? Such was the case with myself. And one of the things I'm grateful for is that Habitat was there to make it possible for my family and I to receive a nice home. The ability to pay. And what that simply means is you must have income to support an affordable mortgage payment. I can tell you the payments are affordable for us. Going through the traditional mortgages, we would not have been able to afford the house we have now. So I'm very grateful for Habitat of providing us with that opportunity.
And the way that we do that is we provide a mortgage with a 0% interest loan with no profit built in. So we take the piece of interest out of the loan payment, and that makes it affordable to our home buyers.
And then finally, that last part is the willingness to partner. Having Habitat there with you throughout the entire process is so rewarding, and it makes you know that you have a support system, because sometimes things can get a little frustrating, but having people you can call, your support partner, and just say, I'm feeling frustrated today, help me. It helped make it through that entire process. And part of that partnership also includes that for everyone who is over 21 years of age or older, you're going to contribute 250 sweat equity hours. I'm glad I did it because of doing so, I learned how to use a Sawzall for the first time, and I'm happy about that.
And you can earn your hours on the construction site and also in classes and meetings that prepare you to be a homeowner, to learn home maintenance tasks, to learn financial readiness skills. So there's a lot of things that go into owning a home, and we want to make sure that you're prepared to be a successful homeowner.
Yes.
So how can you apply? How can you get more information? We have an intake form. That's the first thing that you would do if you're interested in our program. And you can get that form by going online. Our website is www.h4h.org. You can get it from there under the Own a Home link. You can also call our office if you don't have internet access, and we'd be happy to mail an intake form to you. The phone number to our office is 734-677-1558. Once you're approved for the home ownership program, you then, as Marie said, get a support partner, and they work with you through the entire process. It is not an immediate housing solution, so we need people to understand it's a 6 to 12 month process in order to complete your hours and to the time that you would close and purchase your home.
Sounds good to me.
So if you are interested in home ownership through Habitat for Humanity of Huron Valley with an affordable housing payment with a 0% interest loan, we'd encourage you to visit our website or give us a call for more information. Thank you.
Thank you.